Hey everyone, Magic Man Scott 40k here, doing some Dawn of War Soulstorm. Today I'm going to show you some Necron gameplay. I picked random. So it's Necrons. This is a 4v4 map. Uh, Necrons, Sisters, Necrons 2, and Chaos. So I just finished this match like less than an hour ago, and I really enjoyed it. So my gameplay, I play like standard Necrons, nothing too crazy. But my teammates did some really crazy stuff that I never seen before, and I think I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna be focusing on my teammates' gameplay because they do some really crazy stuff. So yeah, hopefully you like this one. I think this is a good one. It's a double Necron sisters and the other team. So we got Chaos again. Imperial Guard. This was the host. So what happened was it was like 6 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. So I just hopped on Soulstorm. It's kind of like medicine for me, playing this and reading the books. I don't know why, but like doing Warhammer like relaxes me. Anyways, this guy was a host, and we did it like 10 times. It was the same players every time, 4v4, and for 10 times in a row it crashed, but this one didn't for some reason. Not sure why. The first 9 didn't work, but this one worked. But yeah, we crashed 9 times. I spent like an hour waiting for the match, like the work. This was like the last chance. If the host, if this match crashed a 10th time, I was gonna give up. But after 10 tries, it worked. I'm not sure if it was a server issue or what. Like, I have no idea. I don't think it was the players, but who knows. Anyways, double guard and sisters. So the other team does some crazy stuff. This team here does some really crazy, wacky stuff, and our team plays kind of boring. So I think I'm going to be focusing on the other team. The other team does really wacky, fun stuff, so I'm going to be focusing on them. So I normally play Dark Eldar. So if you see me playing as Necrons, that means, I got it as random. And this is kind of like a casual, like I wasn't really trying. If I'm Dark Eldar, then I'm trying. But with Necrons, I'm not really trying. Anyways, I really enjoy the Necron books. I just don't like, and they're fun to paint. I just not a huge fan of the playing them. They're really, really fun to paint. I can paint those guys like all day long. Super fun. And anyways, that's it for the intro. I'm gonna be focusing on the other team. Necron gameplay, tier 4. If you guys like your tier 4 battles, pretty cool. I want to talk about something else for a second. So my last upload was a Genshin Impact video. So there was a server update, and you get 600 resources for it, and you need 1,000 to. If you spend 1,000 resources, the chances of you getting something is guaranteed. You might get something crappy, but it's guaranteed. So I decided to spin using the 600 in the email. And I also got some codes from Reddit. So I basically got 1,000 resources for free. Usually it's like $10, I think. Anyways, so I got like $10 worth of stuff for free. So I spun. I tried my luck. And the server update, they added a brand new character, an ice spear girl, and I got her first try. And I was just blown away because I watched the streamer guy spend like $1,000 on spins, and it took him like an hour to unlock her. And I got her first try. I'm not sure if it was because of the server update. I don't know. Maybe they're feeling nice. Genshin Impact is like 5 years old now. I just started playing it like a couple weeks ago, so I don't have a whole lot done. But yeah, anyways, I made a Genshin Impact video. One, really fun. I just been playing it like all day. Super fun. Been really enjoying it. I haven't spent $1 yet, but it is really fun. Highly recommend. And that's why I uploaded some Genshin Impact videos. Yeah. Anyways, back to gameplay. I think that's gonna be it for the intro. Hopefully you guys enjoy Genshin 2. I've been having a total blast of it. The only part that sucks is grinding for like level ups. But other than that, the game's great. The level up part sucks a lot. Alright, I'm gonna start the replay. I don't do anything too crazy, but the other team does crazy stuff. So I'll try to capture it. It's like 8 a.m. so it's pretty early. Alright, so I play this map a lot. This is probably the best 4v4 map. So I do 4 gens, and my first builder is doing generator, and my second builder is gonna attack. He's gonna try and stop this middle area. When you play this map, you basically go straight for the middle and ignore everything else. I will say this, I do think the top team was actually better than us. I'm not sure how we won actually. If you watch this replay, we lost like every fight. I do think the top team was better. So Chaos makes a turret. I thought I would survive it. Usually the Scarab survives a turret, but I guess not that time. My plan was to go over here and mess with them, but it didn't work. And there's also a fight here. Necron versus grenade launcher guard. Both guard is working together, and they're doing a different build order. So that's kind of cute. Again, it took us like an hour to get this match to start, so these people have been talking to each other for a while. These people actually know each other pretty well from waiting and crashing the other. So I can't take middle right now. I just can't. I don't have anything. I do a fast Necron Lord. Kind of risky. No army. No slows down your generators. Chaos and Sisters go at it. This sister player is amazing. I would say this is one of the best sister players out there. Jasik. Jasik played so well. Good job capturing the map. I'm not sure why Chaos didn't check his side. Yeah, this is a really good replay. I actually really enjoy this a lot. This turret does decent damage, but I think so the Necron repair costs a lot. It's like 30 energy. And the Imperial Guard repair is basically free. And the Imperial Guard repair is so much better. So there's pretty much no way Necron can win this. This is like free to repair it. Guard is like, it's like Yeah, it's not even close. Guard should win this. Kind of a risky move, upgrading this. It's already going down. So that's 75 points down the drain. I don't know if this turret did anything except slow the game down. That's kind of why I didn't make a turret. I actually don't make a turret for this whole replay. Oh, I killed like a bunch of Space Marines here. I tried to kill a builder, but that failed. The builder was too fast. I killed like 5 or 6 Space Marines here. And then I go for the generator. I thought he would stop me, but he didn't. And then Necrons does like a kind of a push here. It is double guard, so it's Necrons has a really bad early game, so I'm not sure what Necrons can do. And then Chaos does a comeback. Chaos was losing for a while, but Sisters should have more money. They should have the money advantage. So finally, Chaos stops me from. I think I do just. Actually, oh no, I got it halfway. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I destroyed the generator, which is whatever. The generator is pretty cheap. I didn't really care if I destroyed it or not. It didn't matter to me. Here I was like, I gotta take my side of the map or I'm dead. So I make the Forbidden Archive here in a second to get some Necron upgrades. I kind of go full Necron Lord here. But I was like, I really need this side of the map or I'm screwed. Really nice fight here. Usually Sister loses to everyone. Sister loses to every race. So it's interesting to see Sister win any fight. And there's no generator here too, so that's interesting. Also no turret. I did no turret and the other guy did no turret. This here is kind of cheeky. I noticed that this guy was level 2 and upgraded, so I decided to give it a go. And he's also got vehicles unlocked, which is pretty risky. Usually you do Celestians or vehicles, you don't do both. So it's kind of interesting that he did both. So here's my first phase shift. You can see there, I'm taking no damage. And I can also move my guys around. This is very difficult for any player to deal with. I think any player would have a hard time with phase shift. It is extremely difficult to deal with. But yeah, usually you don't do Celestians and vehicles because you can't afford it. So it's interesting that he did both. And Sisters actually beat Chaos with just pure numbers, which is, I'm surprised that worked. Usually I go grenades. So Sister is doing a push. Guard's doing a push, fair enough. But I think Necron's is upgraded now, so I'm not sure if the push works. I trusted Sisters to take this down. I saw the Meltas. So I'm not even looking over here. I just knew Sisters would win Meltas. So there's 2 turrets here. Those didn't pay off. And this was upgraded. That didn't pay off either. So that's 3 buildings that didn't pay off. Here I go in, but Chaos gets heavy bolters. I can't deal with that. None of the Necron units have like good range, so there's just no way for me to deal with it. I have no answer for that. Sisters is really going in, and Sisters is actually using all of his abilities. I would say Sisters is playing perfectly, using the abilities, using the faith. Great job. This Rhino does a ton of damage, so I can see why they ran away. But the Canonist sword can destroy it. Once he gets the Canonist upgrade, he can definitely destroy this vehicle. The Commander sword should be fine. Here I upgrade my warriors because the upgrade is actually, I would say, a pretty big deal. Here I try to kill the Chaos Lord because I noticed he went too deep. The commander's great, but don't go too deep. He went too deep, and I try to punish. Now he's got like 1,000,000 Marines, and now I'm in trouble. Got champions too. I just got warriors, and that's pretty much it. Also using the servitor ability, good job. This ability does like % damage, so it actually does more. This servitor actually does more damage than the Meltas. The Meltas does like a fixed damage, like a number, and these servitors do like a % damage. So if you combine the two, they can destroy buildings, and they can destroy any building in the game instantly. Also, Necron warrior upgrade, very nice. So yeah, I don't really have an answer for this, so I go tier 2, and I do get Chromatron, which slows down anything nearby with the Necron Lord. So I do buy that. I forget. Oh, I got Solar Pulse for my dirt upgrade. But I buy that. I buy Solar Pulse much later. It's pretty expensive. I think it's like 150. So 150 is kind of a lot right now. So I wait for that. You can see here, there's like Meltas everywhere. It's kind of nuts. And they're using the Faith abilities and everything, which is pretty difficult. It's hard to keep the missionary alive. The missionary goes down pretty quick. Sentinels and Chimera spams, kind of cute because this guy's doing Rhino spam. So they're both doing like spam. I think spam is fine. This is kind of a horde faction, and guard is definitely like a horde faction. So I think spam is actually makes sense. Hammer of the Emperor. Faith ability, or it might be Blinding Light. I forget the name of it, but turns all your bolters into Meltas. It's stupidly strong. It costs like 70 faith though, and a heal. So he just spent 70 faith and the heal on top of it. I think the Canonist blind would have been better. The debuff. The blind is like 40 faith. So sister on sister action. I think this one here, the enemy, played much better. Necron's got middle again, but it was pretty expensive. 3 squads plus the upgrades. And this wasn't even a clean takeover. Look at all these deaths. I would say that's kind of a fail takeover. Nice Flayed One drop. Flayed Ones can actually destroy vehicles pretty easy. Yeah, I go for a Tomb Spider. Tomb Spider so I can get my Necrons back. There's like 10 here. I can get them all back. And I gave him the gun. That way they ran away. This guy runs away a lot. So I made a gun to shoot him in the back. I kind of have this shoot him in the back playstyle. So here he runs away. I do the slowdown ability. Now I get some really nice backstab shots. I'm doing like, I want to say 80 damage per shot. I really want to kill these builders because that screws up his economy. So I focus the builders instead of the Marines. Now I'm making free units using the Tomb Spider. So that's pretty cool. Now all these heavy bolters, this is a ton of damage. Ton of damage. So I am terrified of that. Another phase shift over here. This is a different player. This guy here, oh wait no. This guy here, Diego played amazing. Caskin's at 13 minutes, that's not bad. To be honest with you, Caskins, I'm not even sure if they're that good against Necrons. Doing Plasma with Priest is probably better. You definitely want the Assassin though. Assassin's really good against Necrons. You can see here he's running away again. I can shoot him in the back with the gun. The Toon Spider gun's actually pretty good. Here I got some free immortals. I didn't even pay for these guys. So I would say the Toon Spider paid off. 2 free squads. I killed some guys. Now my Toon Spider goes down. This guy Defiler spams Cake. But Cake's almost dead. He got attacked like 3 times. So I can kind of see why he's vehicle spamming. He's pretty much on the verge of death. Now I'm tier 3. So with upgraded guard, you can shoot from like over here. They have like 20 feet of range. I'm not sure why they're like point blank. If you get the range upgrade, you can shoot from like where the Sentinel is all the way over here. You can shoot like 50 feet or more. So I'm not sure why they're point blank like that. And they won, so I guess it worked. Honestly, Ogryns might be better than against Necrons. Huge Chaos Army. I think this guy captures and then goes back. He goes back to help out middle. And I'm tier 3, but you only unlock Pariahs. And I think Pariahs would get melted by all the heavy bolters. So I didn't even try. Pariahs are pretty expensive, so I didn't even bother. And this fight here was really nice. This is actually like a 5-minute fight. And this was really nicely done. I think everyone played really well. See, if Ogryns, you don't have to worry about the not shooting thing. Very nicely done. Transport and heavy bolter. Got anti-vehicle demons. Now here, Rhino spam might be bad. Rhinos can't really do much against Defilers. And now you got Faith ability versus Faith ability, which you don't see too often. Confessor. Very well done. I think Chaos runs away and helps out. He stops fighting me and helps out. Sister's tier 4, but there's only 3 relics on the map, so not everyone's tier 4. Not everyone can go tier 4. It's kind of a tricky thing. You have to remember who has a relic. But it looks like our sister is tier 4. Really should have, oh, it is decapped. Okay, so sister did lose the relic. This vehicle here, Pentium engine, does like 600 damage per hit, and it can one-shot pretty much anything in the game. So running away here makes sense. You should have the movement upgrade though. If you want to keep these guys alive, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like they have the movement see, that's what the movement upgrade looks like. They should be this fast normally. The casket movement upgrade is actually huge. The armor upgrade sucks, but the movement upgrade is actually really solid. Exorcist on the field. With the Necron teleporting, I'm not sure if the Exorcist is too good. Here I go in. Chaos ran away, so there's actually nothing here. Just a really excellent fight here. And I'm not sure reinforcing these. You saw these Caskins die. I'm not sure if it's worth reinforcing them again. If your squad like is at 1%, I don't think it's worth it to reinforce it back to 100. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it. Lehman Russ at 18 minutes, not bad. Lehman Russ should be able to kill everything except for the sister tier 4 unit. So it should be the strongest thing on the map, basically. The Lehman Russ does like 50 damage per second, but it has 3 guns. So it does like 150 damage per second. So it's pretty crazy. If all 3 guns hit, it does crazy damage. Here I steal Chaos Vehicle. I saw everyone was making vehicles, so I didn't really have any Immortals. And I figured my Immortals would get blown away by an explosion or something. So I just stole it. So the issue is I can only steal 2 vehicles, and then I'm stuck. So if this guy makes more than 2 vehicles, I'm kind of screwed. Lehman Russ actually running away. You don't see that too often. Sisters is tricky. Ton of anti-vehicle. What they should get is a damage reflection. That way they can just go in, turn that on, not care, and just reflect all the damage. Upgraded emulator, very nice. The upgraded emulator is actually better than the Defiler. It's a good choice there. And I think it takes about 3 shots from the Lehman Russ to kill a vehicle. So these vehicles should not be an issue anymore. So Guard definitely has the better army, I would say. 100%. They should have the better army. I haven't seen anyone use sister grenades though, so that's kind of funny. Looks like Necron's doing kind of a desperate rush here, trying to destroy these generators. Sisters don't really use a whole lot of power, so if these generators go down, it's whatever. Yeah, he's doing a lot to take out this one generator, and this one generator doesn't really matter. Oh, wait, was that generator being? It was yellow for a second. I wonder if it was being upgraded. The energy upgrade. That'd be terrible if that was the generator getting upgraded and it got destroyed. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was yellow for a second. That's it. When you upgrade your energy income, it turns a color. Maybe I was seeing things. I'm not sure. But yeah, Sisters isn't really a energy like faction. When I play Sisters, I usually let someone else get the slag. Like, it's not a big deal. Very nice push here. I think this is kind of overkill though. There's like 3 players here, maybe more. Yeah, I think actually all 4 players are here. So I think this is a bit overkill. There's a lot of resources in the middle, but you don't need 4 players for that. This Lehman Russ might go down. There's a lot of anti-vehicle here. Oh yeah, this Chaos guy sends in his possessed ones and some Space Marines. This Chaos guy is pretty much maxed out. He's got infiltrated Marines now. I got the monolith. As soon as I took my side of the map back, I instantly captured the relic to get the monolith going. It's at 23 minutes. I think 23 minutes is actually a slow monolith. It's not my best monolith, I would say. You can see everyone's going tier 3 and stuff, but no one's really going tier 4. Now this guy's got Pentium engines, so now both sister players should be equal. Yeah, you really gotta decap this relic, man. You don't want like 3 monoliths. But again, I do think this is complete overkill having all this, but whatever. My 2 cents. And when you push, you gotta push. You don't stop. That's my 2 cents. When you push, you just gotta go for the kill. You never stop. I do think you have to decap though, because you don't want a bunch of monoliths running around. Here I'm not attacking Chaos unless I get my monolith. There's just, I don't think there's, with the heavy bolters and stuff, there's just no way. And honestly, even I think the heavy bolters are strong enough to kill my monolith. The heavy bolters do enough damage that it actually threatens my tier 4. Yeah, see, this is why I need the monolith. There's no way I can beat this army without the monolith. There's just no chance. And Chaos is over here too, so he's like all over the place. And that might have been his mistake. He's in 2 places at once with no like teleport. So that might have been his like fatal mistake. Now you got 3 Leman Russes, so that's like 400 damage a second. This is a stupid amount of damage. Guard calls GG. Yeah. Our player has the Living Saint. Good job. No Repenchas. Repenchas suck, but they're fun to watch. Like, someone can make Repenchas. The only nice thing about Repenchas is they're super tanky. They can get hit like all day and be fine. They're one of the tankier units in the game. It seems like they're getting really desperate. They used a ton of resources trying to attack here. And now they're attacking here. Now they're attacking over here. See, I would say this was a very close game. And it looks like Sisters has a stronger army. No, Sisters definitely has a stronger army. For sure. Here I get my Grim Reaper going. I take no damage, and Reaper does like 200 damage. So pretty good trade there. If I did Deceiver does like 0 damage. So I went the Nightbringer instead. Here Chaos is basically done for. He tried to split his army. He tried to help out everyone. Half his army was over here. He tried to split his army up, and I think that's why he lost. I also had all my Necron abilities ready to go. So, I'm not sure if he could beat me. It's hard to say. Baneblade. This is a host. Host got the Baneblade up and going. This guy, this is a different guard player. He forgot to make a second command He can make a Baneblade if he makes a second vehicle factory. He's out of population. This guy played pretty much perfectly until he forgot to make the second mechanized command. You could have had like 4 Lehman Russes. And I would have been okay if they made the bomber. The bomber could destroy all my generators. The bomber can destroy all my generators in an instant. Alright, we're getting close to the end here, but you can see it was kind of touch and go there, right? Now our Living Saint is going down, and their Living Saint is still alive. Baneblade goes down. At this point, it's basically just Celestians versus Celestians. I might actually have the strongest army right now. I'm basically maxed out. At this point, it was really hard to control these guys. It was hard to control this big army, so I kind of stopped paying attention. I wasn't really trying at this point. It was getting way too hard to control all these guys. And I think we're getting close to the final fight. When the host quit, the game like freaked out a lot, so I couldn't move or anything. It was like really lagging. I'll go ahead and go forward, just slowing down a bit. But yeah, that was a really interesting game. Me and the Chaos guy did like a 1v1, and then the Chaos guy split off to help out his teammate. Sisters basically beat Chaos, I would say. So all the Chaos players lost, basically. Rhino Spam versus Rhino Spam. I actually think this is adorable. I love this Rhino Spam action. And this guy here, I'm pretty sure stuff is happening, but he's not actually playing. Oh, and this sister guy did have the highest score, so he was the best player. I think this sister guy earned it. Sister usually is the worst faction, but not today. Here we go all in with our army. Not much to talk about there. Just a big all-in fight. There's no defense, or there's no army to attack us, so free damage. And yeah, that's the end of it. Sisters, Necrons, and Chaos working together, which you don't see too often. Now Necrons actually have mind control bugs, and if they use those mind control bugs, they could actually control Sisters and Chaos. So this is something that could happen with the mind control bugs. There you go, double monolith. That should be the end of it. And I think this guy had a monolith too. Our Necron guy had a monolith, but he quit like he quit at like 20 minutes. He knew we won. So we had 2 Necron players and he had the monolith too. But yeah, this game, hopefully you liked that one. I think this one was pretty good. And I think we got pretty desperate there because they were doing instead of a straight up fight, they were like moving around the map and did all this fancy stuff there. But I really liked it. I think this was a fun one. This was a weird one because I think that the other team had a better army, had played better, but somehow we still ended up on top. I think this one mistake of this right here, he really needed a second mechanized command. That way you can have like 2 Lehman Russes and whatever. 2 Lehman Russes and something else. I think that one mechanized command actually lost him the game. That was a big mistake. Chaos splitting his armies, whatever. He was helping out both sides and did pretty well, I would say. He actually did a really good job helping out his team. But this guy having 1 Lehman Russ instead of 2, I think that actually lost the game. And yeah. I'll show you the end screen. So our sister battle got the highest score. They basically did like a 1v1 after Chaos lost. It was good. I would say so this sister player got the highest score and this sister player got the highest score, which you don't see too often. And what's funny is they weren't even level 4 until you didn't see the Living Saint until like the last minute, right? You didn't see the Living Saint until like the last second. So these guys got the highest score at like tier 3, and I was tier 4, and my score was lower. So I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, hats off to everyone. I still think that hour wait sucked. The game kept crashing over and over again for whatever reason. So yeah, so I got second place. The host, looks like the host got second place on his team. Sisters got the most kills, good job. 256. And I think that's all to write home about. The Chaos guy I was fighting the whole time actually got more kills and deaths. Pretty much everyone has more kills and deaths. So really good job there. 35 buildings destroyed, wow. 35 buildings destroyed is a lot. Actually, everyone has 4 buildings destroyed or more. That's a lot of buildings. Wow, a lot of buildings were destroyed this game. That's crazy. And yeah, there you go. Was any trading done? No. 0 trading was done. And there you go. Hopefully you like this one. I really liked it. I think that's it for this one. Bye.